Terence Crawford has a question for you Errol Spence fans. Wonder if you guys can answer it.
But let's all be real for one moment. And everybody talking about they always, they real and they know boxing. Well, let's be real. If you know boxing, why should we consider Danny Garcia a top welterweight in the division? Can somebody tell me that? And that's my boy, you know what I mean? I ain't hating on him or nothing. I just want to hear, from the people. I just want to see what people will allude to. Can anybody tell me why Danny Garcia is the top welterweight in the division? Nobody yet?
I waited to see if any of these fans was going to answer Terence Crawford. Nobody has yet. So I figure I'll put it right back out there for y'all because maybe y'all missed this. And this is not something that I want answered by anybody else but you guys. I want to know. And I noticed something. Every time I ask you guys to leave a comment about something or say this or show me why, you guys are never there. You're never in the comment section. You guys will show up to shoot some shit down. But I notice when people offer you guys the platform, and hand you the mic and give you the opportunity to prove or to argue whatever it is that's maybe on your mind that you feel about what people are saying or what kind of content is being created, you guys never take the opportunity. I watch you guys do it. So I'm asking you to go ahead and oblige. Let us know. And I'm going to tell you why I want you to do it. Because I want to put you guys on the spot to let you know that a lot of you guys are not boxing fans. You really don't know shit. And I'm not saying that to be vulgar. I didn't figure this out. It was even more deeper than what I thought it was. You guys really, I'm talking about really, no jokes. All right, none. You guys really don't know boxing. You really don't. I don't know, is you ignorant because you want to be, or are you ignorant because, nobody has showed you or told you, or you don't know, or maybe there's not enough outlets out here giving enough good sound information for you to gather a knowledge base for yourself. I don't know. But I know you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I can't figure out if you're playing dumb or are you really dumb? I don't know. But I'm going to take this opportunity to take what Bud's talking about, and we'll be waiting for you guys to answer this in the comment section, or you can make a video. You know what I'm saying? Either or, because I'm interested. But I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about something that maybe people who just now started watching boxing or whatever, whatnot, may not know. And that's how somebody on paper can have a great resume or appear to be a badass or this or that, but they're really not. Something about boxing that needs to be said that I don't think has never, ever really been said, and that is a large portion of boxing is theater. I know you guys have probably never heard that before, but it'll be a lot of shit that you ain't never heard before that'll come off this channel, so stick around. But a lot of boxing is theater. It's a lot of made up, fictitious smokescreen stuff in boxing, even more than what you may realize. Boxing is really theater mixed with a splash of reality. Seriously, boxing is theater. It's about making it appear to be way more dangerous or making people appear to be way more better than what they actually are. Boxing is built partially off the optical illusion. Sometimes you have something that you can genuinely sell, and then you have something that you have to work to sell. You have to build it up. You have to lie. You have to put it in certain positions. You got to say he's they're better than what they really are. You got to compare them to people that you shouldn't be comparing them to and stuff like that. That's how hype jobs and hype trains and stuff is invented. But let me start with Errol Spence. Something that y'all don't know about Errol Spence. Errol Spence never did anything to earn the so-called clout or praise that y'all want to give him. But I know how it was created. Do you want to know? Okay. Pull up a chair. I'll tell you exactly how it's created. Errol Spence never got this bigger than life persona or reputation because of something he actually did in the ring. Like most of the boxers, especially Manny Pacquiao's era and all that, his name was created the same way Pacquiao's and Canelo's was created. It started with the spark and the engineer off the name that runs boxing. Now, if you've been on this channel, I told y'all the name that runs boxing. If you don't know what that name is, it's Mayweather. That is the name that runs boxing because it sparks more interest. It builds more people careers. It brings in more money. It generates more views than anybody in the game now, then, and currently. Mayweather is the name that runs boxing, whether you like him or not. That's besides the point. Okay? Just like when they was trying to get attention to Manny Pacquiao, whose name did they use to draw that attention? Floyd's. The same way with Canelo, what name did they use to draw that attention? Floyd's. Okay. Errol Spence first burst on the scene with all this clout and this praise because of what? The rumors of being able to outbox Floyd Mayweather in a sparring session. That's what started and created the legend of Errol Spence. Now, am I accurate so far? I believe I am. Okay. That's what got your attention. Say, who is this guy that said that he was outboxing and gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye? You know, since you gave him a black eye. Who is this guy? That's what led you to Errol Spence. You started watching Errol Spence based off the rumors of that sparring match. That's how Errol Spence started. It didn't come because he did something in the ring. It came off of a Mayweather story. Okay? Now, with all that being said, they ran with that. And that's pretty much all Errol Spence needed, and his feet haven't touched the ground since because of that. Now, they took that and ran with it. But it was never nothing done in the ring. Because before Kell Brook and before anybody else, Errol Spence's claim to fame was who? Chris Algier. Okay? Before all of them, it was Chris Algier. Chris Algier is probably one of the only real, live, legitimate wins because he wasn't old and aged out or injured or none of that, as far as I know, that Errol Spence has had. Everything else has been great names, okay? But it's been engineered, okay? I done already told you, from Lamont Peterson to Mikey Garcia to Kell Brook, and his second real live fight that he had was who? Sean Porter. And you've seen the outcome of that. So once you start putting it together, it's timing, catching these guys in the right situation, and really all you are fighting is their name. Kell Brook, we all know. Mikey Garcia, we all know. Danny Garcia, like Terence Crawford bring up, we all know. So, what is the realest fight that Errol Spence has had, really? Don't get me wrong. Going to Kell Brook's backyard and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, was great. But we all know that you can catch Kell Brook. Kell Brook is that guy that you can catch because Kell Brook is money hungry at this point. I'm not call it money hungry, but he's chasing checks. You know what I'm saying? So, for the right price, he'll do something reckless. You know? But you all know the situations. Mikey came up 2 weight classes. Okay, Lamont Peterson, over the hill, burnout. These, just facts. Danny, no drive, no hunger. Been a paycheck fighter for a while. Probably got paid very, very handsome. Didn't seize opportunities. Had so many missed opportunities in that fight. Now, who else on his resume is actually worth mentioning? Those are all the big names. And you see what's going on. Once again, boxing is theater. It's to make you think this, that, and the third. Now, when he stepped down there with a real live one, Sean Porter, he arguably lost. And was losing up until he dropped Sean Porter. Facts. So the question is, the reputation, and I'm not trying to destroy his resume. What I'm trying to show you is the theater part. All right? Now, with his reputation, you tell me, what has he done career-wise that has stood out, that is a testament to all the steam behind his name? He doesn't have an action or an opponent that he has done. Who did he beat to get this bigger than life? Who? See, Errol Spence got the same thing going on with Triple G. What the fuck did Triple G do to earn his reputation? Against who? Against what? He's only had 3 to 4 real live opponents. So what the fuck did he do? Nothing. He was pumped up by HBO. Errol Spence been pumped up off of he's boxed Floyd Mayweather and blacked his eye rumor. That's what he's been pumped up off of, and he's been riding off that steam ever since. Like I said, I don't know if that was done, if that was done on purpose, or that's just something that they put out there. But if they did, that was a very smart move. To get attention to a new guy coming on the scene, to say, hey, Floyd, can we say, in sparring, blase splee, and run with that? Because, you are part owner of PBC and stuff like that. And, so we all get paid off these fighters. So do you mind if we help build this guy off your, he'd be like, yeah, cool, go ahead. I'm not saying that's what happened, but you could see how it could happen. Because this is the part that doesn't make no sense about that whole Errol Spence versus Floyd Mayweather thing. How are you going to tell us you blacked Floyd Mayweather's eye? So basically, this was a matching of the skills, the IQ, not no power. How are you going to tell us you blacked Floyd Mayweather's eye or got the best of him in sparring? Supposedly. But you couldn't outbox Sean Showtime Porter. He outboxed you. And that's just a fact. He outboxed you. And you couldn't stop or set up Mikey Garcia. So how the fuck was you so-called clowning on Floyd, the wizard, the man who has beat people, who's been stronger than him, who has weighed more than him, who's, who's done it all? How are you going to say and tell the world that you got the best of this guy, but you going 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia, who's not in your weight class? You got outboxed by the street fighter Sean Porter, and you couldn't put out Danny Garcia, the man that throws one punches every 10 years. How? Exactly. As you're listening to this, you're noticing something isn't adding up. And that part that doesn't add up is where the theater comes in. So yes, on paper, on this, as far as name, Errol Spence looks like the shit. But to a person who knows boxing, knows the game, know what they're looking at, can analyze styles, know the reputation of these boxers, and can see what you do and you don't do, you cannot fool nobody like me. The majority of people will not agree with somebody like me. You want to know why? Because the majority of people don't know fucking boxing. Roger Mayweather, they don't know fucking boxing. This is why a lot of what I say sounds foreign to most of you. Sounds crazy to most of you. Sounds like hating to most of you. But to the person that actually knows, they'll tell you, okay, Bruce knows what the fuck he's talking about. He is right about that. I have no problems with aficionados. People who really know the game, I have no problem with them. None. We get along great on my channel. They love my shit. I have no problem with those people who really know. None. Unless there's somebody who really know, but they just don't like me. which, that happens too. You know what I'm saying? That happens too. But do you see why I say boxing and theater and stuff like that? So yes, on paper, on this, Errol Spence looks like the shit. Just like to you guys on paper, Terence Crawford might look like nothing, but he's really the fucking boogeyman. He's really the fucking guy that everybody's running from. But on paper, to you guys and to somebody who don't know boxing, don't seem like it. Seem like Earl's that guy. But Earl's not that guy. And Terence Crawford is that guy. I just want to explain that for people who may not know that, may not be on your mind. You may not think about that. You may not put it in consideration when you're talking about boxing. But please do. Please do. And in the meantime, some of you Errol Spence fanboys, hardcore fans, or whatever you want to call yourself, answer Bud question. Because in the middle of you trying to describe that and break that down, that correlates and goes along with what I just talked about. Because that's what he's talking about. He's talking about having a good name, but they're really not nobody. But y'all putting it on Errol Spence like another link in the chain, like, yeah, you the shit. Danny Garcia is just Danny Garcia. That's it. And I like Danny too, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.